In this video, I'm going to talk about the GitHub flow, which is the basic workflow that GitHub recommends and I recommend you use for this course. It goes as follows. You can check it out at this page here. But the basic idea is you start by creating a branch. That will be a feature branch named after the feature you're working on, or just whatever name you want. And you check out that branch. You add commits to that branch. When you're ready, you push that branch up to GitHub. You open a pull request. If there's a need, you can discuss it, and then you merge it and deploy. Pretty straightforward, right? So let's try it out. I'm going to go back over here to my terminal, and I have my project here. This is my project. It's already on GitHub here, and I am just going to go through the Git flow. So the first thing I have to do is check out how many branches I have. I only have the master branch, so I have to create a new branch for my feature. So I'm going to call my feature branch Bob feature. So git branch Bob feature. So, when you're starting out, you might not know what feature you're going to implement next. So I recommend generally just name the branch after yourself, Bob, and then maybe a little bit about the feature or some word that you can remind you of what you're doing. So git branch Bob feature. Now I have my branch. It's there. And so what I need to do is check out my Bob feature branch. And now I'm going to do some commits here. So I'm just going to add stuff to the readme. Add stuff 1. Add it to the staging area. Commit it. Add stuff 1. So Bob now has added some stuff in the Bob feature branch. Let's just do that whole thing once more. So we have second stuff. Add that. Commit it. Second stuff. And that looks good. So let's say I'm done now with my feature. I have 2 commits on top of master there. And what I do then is I push that to GitHub. So it's all set up. Well, it's not set up. It's the first time since I created the branch. So I got to set up my Bob feature branch. I just cut and paste what Git told me, and it worked. And it pushed it up to master. And you see, it already got updated. So it tells me I have the Bob feature branch that was recently pushed. So I'm gonna have to reload the page to make it show up under there. You see, there's a Bob feature branch. So what I want to do now, as it says in the guide, is I want to create a pull request here. So it gives me this very nice button here. I could press that, or if you don't have that, because that just popped in there, you can go over here to pull request and create a new pull request. So you're gonna go, the base is the one you're merging into, so that's gonna be master pretty much every time. And here you choose your branch, the Bob feature branch. In this case, it right away tells me that it's able to merge it. So there's no merge conflicts, and that's it. So I can create a pull request by just pressing this button here. I can give it a different title, right? So it's simply using my branch name. So for the pull request, I can say added, or add more stuff to readme. And you can also assign reviewers, people on your team who might review your pull request before they get merged in with master. Labels and projects and milestones, etc. You can do that. If you watch the issues video, you should probably you can assign this to one of your milestones. But for now, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to create a pull request. I'm done. So now I have under my pull request here, I have pull request number 1. which adds more stuff to readme. And here there's the conversation area where people in the team can go in and comment, etc. Initially, when you're starting out, you just the four of you just there's not much to discuss. You just merge it. So you just click the merge pull request. It says this branch has no conflicts, and I can merge it. I confirm the merge, and boom, it says pull request successfully merged and closed. You're all set. The Bob feature branch can be safely deleted, and I go ahead and delete the Bob feature branch. So now Bob feature branch is deleted over here at GitHub. And if I go back to my project, you see, if I go back to my history, there is the merge pull request is here. And second stuff and add stuff, these are both of the commits I just did, 3 and 4 minutes ago, and there they are. So I can go back to my project here. I'm in the Bob feature branch here. So this is the important part that's not mentioned over there. So I have to then check out master because I'm still in the Bob feature branch here in my laptop. I check out master and I have to pull from GitHub. It's going to pull those changes. So now my git log is going to make more sense. It's going to have the merge pull request, and it's going to have add stuff 1 and second stuff. Now locally I still have the Bob feature branch and the tracking branch for Bob feature. I probably also want to delete those because I deleted them on over there. And so to delete a branch, git branch delete, and then the branch name Bob feature, and that's going to delete my local branch, but I still have the remote tracking branch. To delete one, to delete the remote tracking branch, you have to add the -r and then origin / Bob feature, and that's going to delete the tracking branch locally. And now when I do git lg, you see, yeah, they're both gone. So those steps are not listed in the Git flow website, but you do need to do them. I mean, it's not terrible if you have those branches lying around forever. That's okay, but it just means you can't reuse the name. Okay, so that was a simple Git flow where there was no merge conflict. Now, let's try one with a merge conflict, see how that goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go git branch Bob conflict, to remind me that it's a merge conflict that we're trying to do here. And so git checkout Bob conflict. CO means checkout. That's an alias I have. And okay, so let's change like the first line. Let's change the last line of the README file because that's easy. So I'm gonna change that or add something. This is a change at the end on the Bob branch. Add it, commit it. Okay, so now the Bob conflict branch has this new commit which added stuff to at the end of the README file. So we want that to conflict with the README file in the master branch. So let's go over to GitHub here, and because GitHub lets me do this right here, I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to go to the README file here and edit it right there. So I'm in the master branch at GitHub. Yeah. So I'm going to add stuff at the end. So stuff that I added at the end on the master branch. And add stuff at end on master, and I'm going to commit that to the master branch. So now the master branch has a README file that has this at the end, and the Bob branch has a readme file that has that at the end. So when I try to merge them, I change the same lines on the file, so it's going to be a conflict. So I'm in the Bob conflict branch. I'm going to push that to Git. Again, I can't do that the first time, but I always do that because I just like to cut and paste that. And there it goes. So it's updated at the GitHub. So when I go to GitHub now, I have my Bob conflict branch there, and I am going to open a pull request. And you see, it told me you can't automatically merge. Don't worry, you can still create a pull request. So that's the big difference. It detected, there's going to be a merge conflict on here, but you can still do it. So I'm going to do it. I'm just going to create a pull request right here. And there it is. And like before, we just clicked through and merged it. There was a big green button here. But now GitHub has this nice thing where I can actually resolve the conflicts right on GitHub. And so I can click resolve conflicts, and it tells me, hopefully you're familiar with this. This is a merge conflict, and I can just edit this file right here. So what I want is, in this case, I just want both, let's say. So I'm just going to delete all the red stuff. So, I mean, in the end, remember, you have to resolve a merge conflict, you have to delete those 3 lines. Those 3 red lines in this case at a minimum. That's it. So that's how I resolve the conflict. I marked it as resolved. I commit the changes. And this branch has no conflict with the base branch. And now I can merge. I confirm my merge. And done. So right now I'll go here. I'll have the merge branch master into Bob conflict. The add stuff at end of master. So I have the 2 commits I did. And I also have the merge commit and the merge pull request commit. So it's a little bit more noisy. You have these 2 extra commits here because we had a conflict. But it worked. So we can go to graphs, network here, and it'll show you. You have our master branch here and our Bob conflict branch right there. And oh yeah, I didn't delete the Bob conflict branch, so I can always go here and delete it over here. You see, it tells me that it's already been merged, so it's safe to delete it. Delete it there. And once again, though, it doesn't delete it locally. So I look at my history, I can see I still have those branches, or if I do git branches all, git branch -a, it shows me that I have all these branches. So I have to check out the master branch, go to the master branch. Now I'm on the master branch, and then I can delete the Bob conflict branch, and similarly I can delete the tracking branch -d -r origin / and now I'm going to do git branch -a. I only have the 2 branches.